Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Libra, whose correlating major arcana card is Justice. This is the artist card here to represent you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So Libra, this is a new spread for a new year. We are in 2022. We are just a couple of days away from a full moon. And so I thought I would do one of my spreads called the Full Moon Gratitude Spread. What better way to usher in 2022 than with gratitude? So the way this spread works is this first row here with the archetype cards. This is in what area of my life is my fullest creative vibration at this time. Second row with the creativity oracle. This is how best can I begin to tap this energy? And then with the soul's journey, we are asking what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. Then we're going to follow up with the Muse deck, new year. Loving this deck so far. And then again with the cards of truth and again with the Lenormand cards. So let's get started and see what source, what your daimon, your creative spirit, your creative muse will share with you and about this full moon gratitude. All right, you got storyteller. This is in what area of my life is my fullest creative vibration at this time. Storyteller, the light attributes, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. You have to love the card because it's got music, it's got that beautiful book. She's very expressive, very loving, looks very kind and happy and jovial. However, so this could be like, you could write music, you could be a story writer, you could do poetry, you could incorporate words in your art. You could even put little sayings on the canvas before you paint it. You could be a carver. All kinds of possibilities here with the storyteller. Yeah, so storytelling, right? I mean, there is a thing about relaying wisdom and all of the what do you call it, attributes, connotations, episodes in a life that you need to be able to give other people about an experience. So it can be on the wisdom side, but it can also be about lessons learned. It can be fact or fiction. It can be made up, it can be real life. I mean, there's just so many places that you could take this in so many realms of the artistic world. So, okay, let's, you have a story to tell. So you've got something brewing, you have something on the burner. It is something that is full at this moment. And this is where your highest vibration is at. You are in the throes of telling a story, one way or another. So let's look at the Muse card and see what we have here. Page of Inspiration. So that cloud, that creative, beautiful, bright cloud is a cloud of creativity, ready to rain down on you. It is ready to just rain buckets. And you can see there's a couple of cats. They've got this halo around the back of their head here. There's one in the sky here. It is heaven sent. It is of the divine order. And you can see how barren and dry the landscape looks. So, ready as ready can be for this rain of creativity. Yet the clouds, the sky is still a little cloudy, a little misty, not quite ready yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Okay, let's see what the cards of truth have. 6 of clubs in reverse. So this is like, if it were in the upright position, you would be all over this intellectually, making those pursuits, getting it, its stability, it is there for you, it is just tapping into it. It is the Lover's card that correlates with this one. But where it is in reverse, there's some blockage to that. You're not quite being able to tap into it. Tap into those original ideas. You're lacking in the energy. There is cloudiness around your finding what it is that you need. And when it's in the upright, it is also a healer card. So when it's in the reverse, it is being a little stuck at the moment, just praying for that rain cloud to open up. So, yeah, this is an interesting place to be. I can see where it would just be this water balloon of need to release and not knowing which direction to release it in. Wow. All right, let's see what the Lenormand card has. Well, it is the cross. So again, it follows through with that same message. It is about a distance and a suffering. And it is painful at this moment to be holding on to all of this creativity, just bursting with it and not being able to find the direction it needs to go. But the thing with the cross card, even though it is about that, it is also about your burdens being able to be lifted if you put in the work, if you persevere. So we'll hang on to that because you are so close. You are so close to either get this idea that you have started or bring this all to fruition. You are about to get that abundance. All right, so let's move on to the second row and see how best can you tap into this energy. Let's see if we can't get something started. Time, you got the time card. This is out of the Creativity Oracle. And it says, time can be seen to be both linear and a spiral. Circle back to explore concepts from the past and create the future. Interesting how that totally ties in with the storyteller card. All right, linear and spiral. Circle back to explore concepts from the past and create the future. So this is tapping into something that you know. Something new that you have that needs to be tied to something that you know. Relate back. Very cool. All right, well, I'm just going to lay this time card face down here so that you can look at the back of that as we move forward on this. So another thing about the time card is that it's all about where you've been and where you're going and what you've learned along the way, right? I mean, every storyteller knows that, knows how to tap into those lessons learned. Are they hard lessons? Were they easy lessons? Did something just flow or did it get stuck? What happened? You know, it's all in the story, isn't it? So many people want to rush things these days and skip the story. Just get to it. But you know, for me, I love the details. When somebody's telling me a story, I have lots of questions. What were they wearing? What did it mean to them? Where were they going? Why? You know, that whole who, what, where, when, how, and why. Yeah, beautiful. So you can tell that kind of story through everything, right? You can tell it through, oh, sorry about the horn. It's UPS at the door. I may have to signal for them to just drop it outside. I am at the gallery. It is a Monday, so here I am. So circling back around to figure out what it is that you need to open up this intellectual pursuit, because it is so right. This is original ideas, it's high energy, it's abundant functionality. Yeah, he knows it. I'm just gonna wait for him to look, and I think he'll be good to go. Yep, good. Sorry about that. Anyways, when it's in the upright position, it is all about realizing also that there's something out of balance and in need to connect with. So you need to connect with Source on a more spiritual level. That really is the key. And the fact that you got the cross here, spiritual symbolicness with this, and there you are, right? You've got exactly the answer that you need to that question. So let's move on and see what we've got with this guy, because you know, it's also the time card talks about not wasting time. You know, it's every connotation that you can think about with time. Running out of time, you've got all the time in the world. I mean, it's everything that you could think of. So only you will know what that timing feels like for you. But I suspect that with this cloud about ready to burst and you being in the throes of something, you are so on the verge, on the edge of having something come to fruition for you. So let's see what we get with the Muse deck here. Knight of Voices. So again, this talks about lifting something heavy off the ground with a level of spiritualness, wings, if you will, into the sky, something impossible, like a horse. Heavy as can be, like your story. Ready, but not knowing how to lift, right? So we'll get there. This is just saying that it's possible, because see, the horse is flying. It lifts its wings and it soars. And it's the knight. The knight has lots of energy, knows how to do the work, is happy in the work, sees where to go, sees how to do it. But it is done through spirituality. So meditation, checking in with spirit, checking in, asking your muse for help, your daimon to bring you something that will tip those scales, open that rain cloud to rain down. But it has to do with you understanding what it is that you need to dig deep for, because it's about the story, this intellectual, and it will be there for you. Even if you're, you know, if it's being blocked, it is certainly a question of what is blocking it. So in your meditations, just ask for some clue as to what it is. Check in with yourself. Are you feeling possessive? Are you bored? Are you obsessive? Is it ego-driven? Is it jealousy? Is it, and whatever it is, use it. Use it to build your story. You don't want characters that are a one note, right? That's not a story. You need all the parts. People are full characters. They're not just a one note. So whatever it is that you're feeling at this time is really a key to where you can move it. And your muse can help you with that. Your daimon can help you shift. All you got to do is ask. All right, so let's move on with the cards of truth. Here we have the Six of Hearts in reverse. Interesting. 2 sixes in reverse. So here we are looking at the Devil card and being able to make healthy choices. It is again that validation from without that's not being reached. Again, it's being stuck in an emotional turmoil of something. It could be that shyness or being timid, or maybe there's some smugness that's taking over. It could be taking it for granted. It could be ignoring something. And again, it could be ego-driven when it is in reverse. So, yeah, we've got the Devil, we've got the Lovers, they're in reverse, and a need to take a look at what it is that you're feeling at this time and bring that into the story somehow. Whatever it is you're doing, writing, painting, it doesn't matter, carving, it needs to have this emotional and intellectual blockage, this stymiedness, energy shifted. And the only way you can do that is to explore it. You know this. You know it. Pick it apart, take all your pieces, get your Post-it notes out, and make it happen. Figure it out. There is a trail. There is a storyline to this. Let's see what this is. The Fox. An elusive storyline, apparently. So the fox is sly. It can be a friend, but it may be something trying to deceive you. Foxes are wily. They are really good at evading and deception. And never forget an old trap. So maybe again, how to maneuver through that story or get that story started is to start exploring different ways of doing the same thing. So, think of it as a fox being chased, and how many times do they have to come up with some new sidestepping to get to a safe place? That is an interesting idea. So, yeah, explore it like a fox, like these 2 cats. And, very sly, very agile, very quick. Cats don't like water, so it doesn't want the rain to rain. Yet she is all ready for it. That cloud is ready to burst, and the cats look like they're a little thirsty as well. So, okay, so we've got some answers here on how to tap into it. We know that we need to explore into this realm of a stymied 6, intellectually pursuing something of an original idea, and also the same for an emotional validation as well. So, yeah, you're not feeling great in the stuckness, but we are getting some clues on how to explore that, because obviously the rain cloud of creativity, it is ready to go. The timing card, it's all in the timing, and sometimes it is just that what you learn along the way and tying it back into whatever it is you're working on at the moment. So, like it said, it can be linear or spiral, so it's beautiful in that respect. Lots of energy here for this Knight of Voices. It is speaking to you. This is swords. This is spades. It is the voice of the muse, of the daimon, your spirit helpers wanting to give this to you. And I think you can. It's a little different road to get there from here, but isn't that a storyteller's dream? It's beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to the third row and find out what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. Change. Interesting, don't you think? I mean, it does follow back through doing something in a different way. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah, it's just getting in there and getting the work done, isn't it? Just like this Knight of Voices. Yeah, just like being agile as a fox. Okay, change. All right, well, the only thing that I can say about the change card is that there's a certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises, but the status quo isn't always where you need to be to grow through your circumstance and to be able to write something. You almost have to live a life of changes, because everything that happens to you in this life is an opportunity to look at something from a different viewpoint. So you don't want to be from one point of view, right? I mean, maybe if you're just writing a quote for something, but or trying to get a side across, but that doesn't feel like what's happening here. And even if it were, you need something, some different thing, some change to tip it for you, to turn these two cards around and have that rain cloud start to rain and fertilize these guys into something more. So, sounds like some exploration and experimenting is in the cards for you. So let's look at this and see what we get with this Muse card. Emotions. So the three of emotions talks about collaborating. This is getting help from some peers. So maybe it's a conversation that you need to have with someone trusted. These are trusted people that you know. Are you that far into your story that you are looking for that editing, and maybe that is where something will shift for you? Could be. Let's see what this is. 4 of Clubs. So the 4 of Clubs is when it's in the upright, and it's in the reverse, but when it's in the upright, it is all of that intellectually seeking knowledge and collaboration. It's your workspace, it's stability, it can be a respite, it's a solid foundation to work from, and it's that common sense. And so when it's in reverse like this, it is overworking and obsession and not being in a good place to work from. So the whole idea with the 4s is about having the stability in order to connect to the divine. It is the Hierophant energy, so it is looking at things from a historical point of view, a trusted point of view, but it can also be from the point of view of like a teacher or someone who has been a mentor, something like that. So it is in reverse though. So it's saying that it is in the process. It is saying that you need to, being advised to have a conversation with someone or start to find that trusted editor that can help you get through your ideas. It's like when you're working on a project and you just want to see it done and you get a little tired at the end just wanting to push it through. And then your story doesn't end as well as you hoped it would, or your song or your work of art or whatever it is you're working on. It's not, doesn't have the substance that you want it to have because you feel like you're running out of time. And you're missing those last pieces of the puzzle for it, thinking, oh, maybe I can just get it done without those. But no. This is about finding those pieces of the puzzle. Very interesting. And when you do, boy, you've got all of this beautiful creative energy to just burst down and be able to work it like a workhorse. Very nice. Okay, it's all in the process of trying to open up to something different and new and having someone to turn to for some kind of intellectual sharing around what you're doing, just a different point of view. It's like when I was doing a crossword puzzle with someone, and I'm so right-brained, and they were so left-brained, and we were seeing it in two totally different ways to look at a clue for that crossword. And it was funny, you know, how often they were right or I was right, and the theme of the thing, and it is just finding a different way of looking at it. And something will start to tip in your favor. So let's look at this last card here. It's the book. Oh, I'm so glad you got that here, because it just says that that is going to happen for you. It is going to happen. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take some changing things up. It's going to have some conversations with some unlike-minded people, and it's going to be a shifty, elusive road to take, but that would be the best kind for you because there will be richness in that. You're ready to do the work and to get this reign started. Wow. Okay, Libra, that is pretty fabulous. Little work, but it looks like you know work. You know how to work. Yeah, you're not shy around that at all, or lacking. So let's move on and see what else Source would have to share with you. So you got the full moon in Aquarius. This is the be yourself, everyone else is taken card. Right? And it talks about how important it is to allow life to unfold. It's the card that reminds you of your own uniqueness, okay? And what makes you special. So nice to be reminded about that, because whatever it is you have to share as a storyteller is definitely yours. And for the Starseed card, we have choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. So there will be some choices down the road, some figuring it out, but as far as I can tell, you are so close. You are almost there. Just give yourself a little time. Think about all those different aspects of time. And yeah, like I said, have that conversation with someone and start looking at things in a little different way and enjoy that journey. And you will get there. Love it. All right, Libra. Well, thank you for watching. And as always, happy creating.